Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? This is a beautiful morning. So, you know what? I just got done with my morning workout. I decided to sit down because something came to my mind. Because as I was running and listening to some music, a song came over and just a random recommendation. It was Grizzley, and it was Grizzley, a song called Rap A Lot. And I started to listen to it, and it was actually really good. And then I find that he actually had just put out a new album on last week. I went and looked at his sales and a lot of other different things. And my question today is that did Grizzley, that whole beef with Eminem, did it pay off? And that's what we're going to go over today. Now, those of you all that are new to Grizzley, he is that Detroit rapper. Many say, he is that hardcore, ruthless. He run Detroit. Some in my comments have said before, as we done did, and we have covered Grizzley when he had that beef with Eminem. Well, basically, Grizzley, he was about to put out a album, and also he was releasing his new game that had N64 graphics. I'll put up a little clip here. This was his game he was releasing. So he had this new game and this new album, and as with everyone, when you about to hype up an album, you want to go ahead and release a single. So he releases a single, and you guys could have figured that the very single that he releases, the single in which he was dissing Eminem. Many people tended to do that. Now, you could release anything that you want. You're going to release the one single. So on this single, it said something like, Eminem doesn't, I'm paraphrasing, but basically, in short, he basically said, Eminem don't run Detroit, I do, I'll M and M, or something like that. I mean, it was a weak diss, but still a diss nonetheless. And then later on, a week had passed, and then Royce gets on a podcast, and Royce is like, hey, Eminem had just asked me about Grizzley. He had just asked me, hey, should I work with him, Royce? What do you think? Or, what's good? And then, so then Grizzley got word of this, and then he put the blame back on Eminem and Royce, and he said, well, if Eminem and Royce and, they should have told me. If they wanted to work with me, if they were looking at me, then they should have told me. I wouldn't have released that diss track. What? That's kind of like me saying, and when I heard that back then, that's kind of like someone saying, like a little kid saying, Mom, I wouldn't have stole that money from your purse if you would have just told me that you was going to give it to me in the first place. Mom, that's your fault. You should have let me know. I wouldn't have stole from you. I wouldn't have put that diss out on you if you would have told me you were thinking about working with me. So that was how he had addressed it, and he was really heated with Royce because Royce, being black like him, he said, us black, we got to stick together. You should have told me that, the white boy. But anyway, so that happened, and eventually Eminem still didn't respond or say anything, and we got no word. And then out of nowhere, Grizzley, he decides to apologize. He make an apology to Royce, an apology to Eminem, and he states on a TMZ little interview that I hope that we can work together, we can work some things out. I haven't talked to him, but I talked to Royce, and it was a misunderstanding.
I talked to Royce the other day. It was really just a big misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna come with 8 Mile too. Feel me?
So that wasn't just like a joke. You were saying like,
no, I'm talking shit. I don't know about 8 Mile, so we gonna come with it, but we definitely got some music coming though. You know what I'm saying? Royce got a project on the way. I got a project on the way. M like the big dog in the city, so feel me?
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Now, this track was a misunderstanding. I dissed that white boy. It's just a misunderstanding. I didn't mean to spit those bars. They just slipped. What? So, but anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all up to speed. So that whole diss thing, so he apologized, and it's pretty funny because through all of that, it felt like Eminem wasn't buying it. Like, Eminem didn't fall for it. Like, Eminem didn't say anything. He didn't address the diss. He didn't address the Royce. He didn't address the comment. He didn't address the TMZ. He didn't address the, hey, I hope that we can work together and do some big things. Oh, in his apology, he said, nah, M is the OG at Detroit. You know, everybody look up to Eminem. He had a different tune. So, but anyway, that leads to the next thing, which is the smartest. Now, you guys are like, what is the smartest? The smartest is his new album that he was trying to push, that it just came out a week ago. So the question that we start off this video was, how did the smartest do? Did this whole beef with Eminem, did it work out in his favor like it did for MGK and some of the past people? Well, first let me start with the album, The Smartest. I listened to this whole album. I listened to it just now when I was just doing my walk, my jog, and my karate. When I was just doing my stuff, I did get to listen to it. Here's my honest reaction. I'm not going to play it because he is, I don't want to get demonetized. And I looked at, and he is claiming all videos. I did see that. But I listened to it. There are, to be honest, there are like 2 or 3 songs that are like really good. Mind you, T Grizzley, after listening to all the songs back to back, he has the same pacing, the same flow, and the same kind of rhetoric every song. Now, and I will say that this particular album of his, it seemed like he had a lot that he wanted to get off his chest. Some of it is, quite a few of the songs are very emotional. And he's speaking about just some real life stuff. I mean, it wasn't nothing that he was trying to go commercial with, no radio play. It was just real gangster, real life, what I'm going through stuff. And I can respect that. But like I said, there's nothing that excites me. The Rapper a Lot is probably his best song, and that's actually really good. I would recommend if you want to start off with something. I mean, that was the best song that really showed his lyrical capability, so to speak, and it had a great beat. The intro is the second best. Yeah, the intro. I'm resorting to the intro, people. That's the best thing on the album. But other than that, it's just the combination of, I guess like semi-hard beats and just this flow of I wish I could play a few of it, but maybe I'll do a separate video. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the album. But don't take my word for it. Let's talk about sales, because that's why we diss, and that's why we put big diss on people in the first place. And we want sales. So if we can get like 100K, if we can get 200K in a week or whatnot, then it paid off, is what I say. You got it. All right. So I looked up his sales, and let's get a drum roll of what T Grizzley did. It was 111. No, I don't know why I put an extra one. I didn't do it intentionally. This was not a joke. That's actually, so it was 11,000 sales. He sold 11,000 copies. Some of y'all think that I'm being mad petty. That was not meant to be a joke. I was looking at. See, here's the thing. The PC is all right. Never mind. See, the more I talk about it, the more it looks like I'm trolling. No, but he did 11,000. And I believe he had Meek Mill. I believe I heard Meek Mill on this too. He had a few good features too. And he had so to answer the question, did it pay off? Not necessarily. I mean, for a I don't know, for a Detroit, for someone that is super well known in Detroit and plus had all the hype, and I mean, people are said that he is like the best battle rapper in Detroit. That's what I'm told. That's what they say. And then he had this hype over Eminem, and I just expected more. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. T Grizzly fans can dislike this, but the album was a flop. It was a floopity flop. It was bad. Like, you should have did better, my guy. And now some can make the argument, oh, well, he's doing more than you. Of course he's doing more than me. I ain't a damn musician. I ain't rapping. So stop with the elementary argument. And then some may try to defend this by saying, oh, well, he always do that. That's a lot for him. I'm sorry. You ain't making an argument for him. That ain't a good thing. Stop it. Do better. All right? But anyway there, guys, that's the T Grizzly update. I like to know what y'all think. What did I miss? Other than that, as always, it's beautiful out. Go get some weather, people. Get out of quarantine. It's going to be all right. I will see you all in the very next video. You know what? I'll probably go live. I want to talk about the Joe Budden, Troy Ave situation of Joe ready to put up 50K. Maybe I'll get to that. Maybe. We'll see. Well, guys, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. As always, KIP. Keep it positive. I'll see you guys next week.